Welcome to the Border War Stories channel. My name is FPS Senekal. I'm a filmmaker, and way back in 2010 I embarked on making a documentary about the border war. I was way out of my depth when I did this interview with Colonel Jan Malan. I didn't ask him all the right questions. So I redid the interview a few years later, but this is part 2 of his interview, where he talks about his experience at Cuito Carnaval.
The battles in 1987-88 is a very interesting case to study. It generally, in the general mind, is known as the battles of Cuito Carnaval. But Cuito Carnaval was never a target of the South African Defence Force. The battles started when the FAPLA forces, that is the Angolan forces, together with the Cuban and Russian forces, made a big advance with 3 divisions, that's 9 brigades, from Cuito Carnaval south. And the objective was to take Jamba, where Savimbi and his forces were. And they made progress for about 150 kilometers to the Lomba River, where there's a strategic place called Mavinga. And what they were trying to do was to advance with tanks, infantry, artillery, and everything with an anti-aircraft umbrella bigger than anything ever experienced outside Russia itself, because they realized that their vulnerability lay if the South African aircraft would come in. And they advanced to the Lomba River. When this happened, the first objective of the South African Defence Force was to stop the advance on the Lomba River. And we took very little forces. We took 6-1 Mechanized Battalion Group Minus, which is not even a full battle group, not even a full battalion, and 3-2 Battalion. And those two got the task, go and assist the UNITA guerrillas, stop the advance. And that's exactly what happened. We engaged the 1st Brigade, the 47th, that came around the source of the Lomba River, and totally annihilated the 47th Brigade. Totally annihilated it. Without any tanks on our side. Without any tanks. The South Africans had no tanks at that fight. It was only Ratel 90s and Ratel 20 guns, and of course artillery fire. Then the enemy advance stopped. The whole drive, their whole mission ended. And they realized that these 9 brigades were stopped by a brigade minus from the South African side. And then the withdrawal started. But when the withdrawal started, the challenge we had was that we only had these 2 battle groups. So we followed the enemy as they went back, and then suddenly December came on, and the South African National Service stopped for the one group and the other group came in, and that stopped our momentum. The new battle groups came in, the new intakes took over from the old ones, and then only it was decided to insert some tanks. And you know, we inserted 1 squadron of tanks, 11 Olifant tanks, in the initial phase to assist these forces, because the enemy in all 9 their brigades had T-55 tanks. During this, the aim changed and the tasking changed from stopping to drive them back to Cuito Carnaval, which we did with a lot of success. In the early part of in January, February 1988, another tank squadron was inserted. So we had a tank regiment minus 22 tanks, and I had the privilege on the 13th of January to be in command of the whole South African force when we attacked the 13th Brigade. Very successfully, we took the brigade out. We came around with more battles after that and took brigade by brigade and pushed the enemy right back to an area called Tumpu, which is about 5 to 7 kilos from the bridge on the eastern side of Cuito Carnaval. And the aim was to push these brigades back, to take the equipment that we've actually captured, give it to UNITA, train them, and form an obstacle on the Kwitu River so that by next year the enemy could not advance south anymore. And that was the aim. We called it an escalating aim because every time we saw what becomes possible, and that was the aim. If we wanted to attack Kwitu Kwanavale, we would have never tried to do it from the east in any case. I had the privilege of going there 6 months ago, and I can promise you from a military point of view we were 100% right, because the confluence of the Kwitu and the Kwanavale rivers, it is impossible to attack Kwitu from that side. So that was never the aim. The aim was to force all these brigades back, exactly what we did. So if we say that Kwitu Kwanavale was never taken, you are right. It was never the aim, and it was never taken.
Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. That way you will get notified when the next episode is up, and it doesn't cost you anything. And then also thank you very much for the feedback. I like the comments. And if you do want to get hold of us, you can also send an email to borderwarstories@gmail.com. The email address is on the channel homepage. Thanks for watching.